Alright, Shalom Mashbaka Yasha here. First off, Kalaloya Mahwad Ksadi Hawaba Shama Mashaka Shaiba Shama Kadash. The bonus, their elders of GMS learn this truth from peace, salutations, and brothers out there doing the work in truth and sincerity. Alright, jumping right into it, there's this video going around of our guy here, Trumpy. I'm gonna just play it and then I'll do the commentary after, because this is really, really important.
This afternoon, I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done. If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. It's going to be. It's not going to be made anywhere else. And if Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say, it's going to the moon, I want America to be the nation that leads the way. And that's what's going to happen. This afternoon.
Okay. And there's another video. I think I downloaded it where a bill was just passed, a Senate bill to create a Bitcoin reserve currency. So they're planning on buying 1 million Bitcoins. That'll be worth about $68 billion. Okay, so let me find that video real quick. It was just on here. She just put it on here. She said, where is it? Damn it, man. Yeah.
They're doing it. Okay. They're actually closed it. They're actually doing it. On the cable. No.
Hold on, I think I may have it on my saves here. I just saw it, man. Like, God dang it! We created a Bitcoin reserve currency. Let's look here. Bitcoin reserve Senate. They just passed this. Here we go. The U.S. Senator Loomis proposes the U.S. buy 1 million Bitcoin to reduce national debt. The Wyoming senator brought a copy of her legislation to the stage at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville. Right, so they want to buy 1 million Bitcoin worth $68 billion in an attempt to whatever they say they're planning on doing. But what they're really doing is, this is the push for what's essentially the feather in the cap of the whatchamacallit, of the beast system. Once they have digital currency, like mainstream, that's it. It's just a crisis away from the mark of the beast being pushed, being mandatory. All right. Once they have digital currency as the norm, that's it. And it's over for everybody. It's literally over for everybody. All these idiots, the wealthy who are trying to sucker up to the devil by doing all this stuff, they're done too. They don't understand, right? And this is why I'm always so pissed off at people who don't, who are like too afraid to act on certain things, because it's like it's a form of weakness that you cannot replicate anywhere else. They believe that by sucking up to the powers that are trying to harm them, right? If the strong guy comes in, he's like, like the scripture, it says you can't rob a house unless you bind a strong man. Well, it's like that, but they're not physically binding them. They're just binding them psychologically, right? But you know what it is? It's like where it tells you that this is a spiritual battle. They've lost the spiritual battle. All right, that scripture where it tells you that this battle is a spiritual one. We fight principalities in high places. Check it. All right. Paletes. Here we go. All right. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Where are those high places? It's in your mind, right? That's the mind. It's the high places is in your head. All right, and those who they basically acquiesce, they kind of just succumb and fall in line to wicked powers. They've lost that spiritual battle in high places. All right, their mind no longer belongs to Yabasham Yarashai. Okay, it belongs to the devil, that the spiritual demon Satan, that now tells them what to do, and they're blindly going along, pushing these different agendas, the LG barbecue, the normalization of pedo stuff, now this digitization of pretty much everything, so that they can implement the B system. So you cannot do anything unless you have your information on your chip, and that chip will be going into your hand or your head. I had it up a while ago because I was all right. Revelations 13:17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And you just heard Trumpy say it, man. Like, he wants to be America. He wants America to be the forefront of the digital currency revolution. They want it to be the tip of the spear, and he's right. The tip of the spear is exactly what it's gonna be, right? Because once America falls, the rest of the world it's a cakewalk, because they'll use America to enforce it onto onto everybody else. So that's why it's so important to disarm. That's why it's so important to demoralize and divide the society, because once they can get full control of America, it's over. That's it. It's done, right? And that's why I'm like completely confused as to why everybody thinks like Trump is gonna save anything. He is working for them. He is a part of it. You understand? Yes, he's a better candidate than the other dude. What's his name? What's his name? Sleepy Joe. But he is part and parcel of the same agenda. They work for the same person. You understand? They all have to answer to the same devil. That's what people don't seem to understand. But he's better. He's going to make the economy better. Listen, you know why the West, why they have the East and the West, Western countries, Europe, US, whatever, and Eastern countries like Russia, China. The West exists to create the funds, the wealth for the ruling elites, okay? Give them a ridiculous amount of money and the ability to acquire resources by printing stuff out of thin air. That's why changing this thing from the gold standard to the fiat was so important, because they could just print as much money as they want. Okay? Inflation damns everybody else. They don't care. And then the East is how they experiment on ways to control populace. If you look at North Korea right now, North Korea is a perfect example of how you can keep an entire population docile, completely underfoot. China is another one too. And that is the Eastern model is the model they want for the whole world. They don't want Western style living for the whole world. We crazy rights? You people have right? No, they want it where it's like North Korea, like Russia, where a cop can just beat the shit out of you, just for what. I mean, of course, is doing it here already, but here, he could catch a case, right? At least now they can anyway, with cameras and all that stuff. But what they want for the whole world is the Eastern model of society, where they have complete control over everything, and you don't own a goddamn thing. And that flies in the face of Scripture, because the Scripture tells us that this. Every man. Here we go. All right. He provided victuals for the cities and set in them all manner of munitions, so that his honorable name was renowned unto the end of the world. He made peace in the land, and Israel rejoiced with great joy. For every man sat under his vine and his fig tree, and there was none to fray them. Property ownership is paramount in the nation of Israel. All right, it always has been. There was even laws that said no one can take a man's heritage. Let's do that. Let's look that one up real quick. Heritage. All right, even the king, because that whole thing, that why the Lord hates Jezebel is because she conspired with the elders to rob that man of his land so she could give it to King, I believe it's Ahab. All right. Where is it? Mine heritage is unto me. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. And it shall come to, this is Jeremiah 12 and 15. And it shall come to pass after that I have plucked them out, I will return and have compassion on them, and will bring them again, every man to his heritage, and every man to his land. His, that's possessive. Okay, every man to his land. That's possessive. So these devils, and we all know who they are. Majority, they have the West as their fundraiser, and then they have the East as the model of what the rest of the world is going to be when they basically pull the plug on everything. All right, and it's serious stuff, man. Where is it? I'm gonna go back to it here. Where's Instagram? Right here. Because check this out.
They're doing it. Okay. Should have actually closed it.
Here we go. Where is it? Trying to find the. There's a video here. Is this it? I think this is it.
And in 2012, the Obama administration and the freaking Congress that sat then repealed it. It is legal for the agency, the sister agency, the FBI, and in 2012, the Obama.
That's the clip when you put it to your stories. Basically, he's saying that Obama administration repealed the act that prevented government agencies from putting out misinformation, basically propaganda, and they've been doing it for the past 10 years. And you've seen the effects of it. The whole scamdemic, the C-19 stuff, that was a major psyop from the U.S. government itself, and that people have come out and admitted it. The Pfizer, I believe, they said, hey, what are you talking about? We made the vaccine that the government asked us to make, right? It's doing exactly what the government wanted us for it to asked us to make it do. They didn't, and that's one of the reasons why, even though all these places are coming down against the vaccine and stuff like that, that nothing is really going to happen because they have that immunity in place. All right, Borla and his boys aren't going anywhere. But yeah, man, this thing is it's ramping up.
This afternoon I'm laying.
It's ramping up. Once you hear this talk right here, it's serious. Okay, this is a part of his agenda. What's gonna happen when he gets into power, right? Is everything is going to, all these coins are going to skyrocket. They are going to moon. Okay, and everybody's gonna think, we made all this money from it, and people are going to put more money into it, and pretty soon the US dollar is going to be it's going to be secondary to digital coins. They're going to select a bunch of digital coins that they say you can use as currency: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Monero, what's the other one? XRP, a bunch of them. They're gonna say, yeah, you can use this, will be currency, you can use that, legal tender now. And once people get comfortable with that, then they'll be like, yeah, we're gonna roll out digital currency, no more physical dollars. Yeah, no more physical dollars. You can only exchange via your card or your phone. That's it. And then once that becomes normalized, then boom. It's look, for security reasons, we need to make sure everybody's who they say they are. You know, it's chip time. All right. So you guys just be vigilant out there, man. You know, stay prayed up, be wise, don't fall for the okie doke. I see a lot of people falling off, man, and it's kind of sad, but at the same time, it's, you know, it is what it is. You know, like, many are called, few are chosen. Make sure you're one of the chosen. All right, Lord willing, I'm in that group as well. So with that, shalom.